know, but if we can score and keep that momentum at halftime, and that will get Pine Bluff. Their coach will be furious, and he'll go in there and he'll get mad at the players, and hopefully it'll get in their head.
As Tyler G just hands it off to Graham Turner. He's swallowed up in the backfield. As the Cabot Panthers have ran the ball at least 6 times in this drive with the first play and last drive, but you got to think maybe the big pass is coming from Tyler G to get to the Kyra Ridolph.
Because number 23 on Pine Bluff, he did not look like he could keep up with Cairo. He's shorter than him, and Cairo burned him. As I think Pine Bluff realized that, and they switched defenders.
It's Tyler G looking. He snaps the ball here, and he's just looking. And he is sacked. That is a fumble.
And
Graham Turner has
picks
it.
Up.
That'll be down about the 38-yard line. No gain here for the Cabot Panther offense.
You wonder if there's miscommunication on the line or what's going on, how they're getting there so quick, or if they're just that quick. Offensive line may be doing their job. They just may be quick.
As it looked like he was looking for the Kyle Ridolph on that play, but the defense was just covered to Kyle Ridolph well, as they know that is G's main receiver. As G took the sack, as G steps, look for the pass, and he throws it up to Kyle Ridolph. That is a pass interference. That's got to be a pass interference here. But there's the flag. There's the flag. That's going to be on number 14 on the Zebras, Rodney Thomas, as the Panthers will look to gain field here with 5 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first half.
All the Cabot fans, everybody in that stadium saw that was a pass interference. And if they were calling them on Cabot, they got to call him on Pine Bluff. That ref just couldn't get the flag out. I think he got a little nervous knowing if he didn't call that, they were going to let him have it.
As, like you were saying, the fans are so loyal to this Cabot Panther team, as they all just was so happy to see that pass interference call on the defense. As Tyler G will take the ball here, looking for the snap, maybe go back to the Kyle Rudolph. As he just hands it off to Graham Turner, that is a gain about 3. He'll be down about the 47-yard line. It is second down for the Panthers, 2nd and 9 on the 48-yard line with 4 minutes and 52 seconds and counting left in the first half of play. As number 13 for the Panthers is coming in now, that will be the senior Jalen Toney, the cousin of T.J. Rogers. You got to think maybe they'll get him to the outside with his speed and be around the corner for 6.
This may be his time to shine if they've had Graham Turner in there a lot. Jalen Toney right here, he may come out there and show him something.
As they're in the I formation here, they hand it off to the outside. Tyler G has it. He throws it.
He's
wide open. The Kyle Rudolph. Touchdown, Cabot. Touchdown, Cabot. What a great play action that was. That was the Kyle Rudolph here on a great pass for the Cabot Panther offense. And that's what we were talking about, the miscommunication by the Pine Bluff defense, as it is now 11-7 with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first half of play. And Rhett Thurman will come on the field to make it 12-7 with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first half of play. What a play that was by the Cabot Panther offense.
Most certainly, Tyler G, he took a hit there. He's feeling it. It was a big hit, but, he was just so happy when he saw that Cairo had caught that. There's when even if you're hurting, that feels good inside when you throw it and have that connection with your best wide receiver right there, and he scores a touchdown. That feels good.
And that will be 12-7, your score here. We're 4 minutes and 22 seconds left. And as you saw, all those fans stand up and cheer for the Cabot Panthers offense, as we're just so excited to see them firing on all cylinders here tonight.
As Rhett Thurman, he hasn't messed up yet, talking about that slippage. I think he's been here before. He's seen it, so he's experienced it, and he knows what to do to prevent it. As Pine Bluff is out on the field, Cabot taking their time. As the clock is stopped at 4 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the first half.
I mean, hey, like I was saying earlier when we were talking to Kyra Rudolph at school, in Cairo we trust, in the Kyra Rudolph we trust, as that was just a perfect pitch and catch by the Cabot Panther offense. as Cabot looks to kick the ball back to the Pine Bluff Zebras here. Rhett Thurman puts the ball on the tee. And what do you think Pine Bluff will do to maybe say whatever you could do, I could do better to this Cabot Panther offense?
You know, I don't think they can do better than that. I saw there ain't no way that Pine Bluff quarterback can make that throw right there. I saw him in warm-ups, and he was not that good.
And Rhett Thurman just kicks it, and that will be a touchback here. That will be his second touchback of the game as the Pine Bluff Zebras will take over on their 20-yard line. We were scored 12-7 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first half of play.
You know, Cairo, solid player, but you also got other key players out there, like offensive line. They're good players because without them, you can't do anything on the offense. You know, they don't get a lot of credit, but they're doing most of the dirty work right there. They're holding the blockers, so the quarterback has time to throw the ball, and the runners can run it. You know, and wide receivers, they kind of make their own. They're like their own blockers. They got to make themselves get open.
And what a good play action that was by Tyler G and Jalen Toney as it caught the defense off guard, which set up that wide open passes. He sent Tyler Foote sends a man in motion here as they have the ball
as he gets
here.
hammered.
It'll be Elisha Taylor on the carry, 2nd and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. Still no gain for the be a 2-yard gain here, 2nd and 8, 4 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first half of play.
As we got, our defense is ready. They're looking, they saw a touchdown. They know they have to go into halftime having the lead because they don't, it's going to be hard because Pine Bluff gets the ball right back. If Pine Bluff scores, they're up by 2 if they make the PAT. That's tough because if they come out and score again, then they're up by 9, and that's a 2-possession game.
As the Pine Bluff Zebras just gained a good amount of yards there, that will give them a fresh set of downs. Cabot's doing pretty good right now. We saw him get 2 stops with shorter yardage than this a couple minutes ago. Maybe they can do it again. Maybe they can stop them again. Hopefully we see that right here. That way it forces them to punt, or maybe, do it again, get 2 stops in a row with less than 1 yard. That is true, as Tyler Foote is the only man in the backfield here for the Zebras here as he snaps the ball. He's looking for a pass, and he has a man wide open.
As he gets pressure, but he slips away.
Almost sacked as he just uses those legs to gain a first set of downs. He'll be down about the 35-yard line, maybe the 36. That's one of the things the defense needs to do better is to stop the mobile game and really wrap up the quarterback.
He may not be a very fast quarterback, but he finds the gaps and finds a way to get through them. It may be if it's just a quick burst, but like the pocket, he slipped out of that pocket when he had them, all coming in from every side. What else can you do? And he's like, I can run it right through this gap, and that's what he did to get the first down.
Tyler Foote's looking for the pass here. He throws it deep. That'll be caught ripped out by number 2, Tyler Parks.
And that's a wide receiver Cairo was talking about. He said, yeah, they got a good wide receiver. He said, hopefully our defense can stop him. But, we came down.
Up by 2 after this PAT here. And even when I interviewed Coach Reed, as you saw in the Panther form, he said that they had a receiver that if he gets an open cut, if he's not covered, he's in open field, he's going to score 99.9% of the time. It is no good here as the Zebras are only up by 1 with 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And don't forget, the Panthers can drive down the 5th. If they do that, it'll be 15-13 going into halftime. And if you were the Cabot Panthers, would you play it safe and just
going into halftime because we don't get the ball at half, and that's two to touchdown. So we got to stop them, and coach is fired up, and who's
free down for can do. This will be first down for the Panthers. Here is Graham Turner and Tyler G are the 2 men in the backfield here for the Cabot Panther offense. As Tyler G looks for the snap here, he snaps for it. He hands it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner's just wrapped up in the backfield. Initial contact made by number 61, Bradley Clark, for the Zebras. It will now be 2nd down and 10 with 1:54 left.
They're keying on that running game. We haven't got a gain on a run in a little while.
Well, maybe they're using that pass as an element of surprise to catch the defense off guard and scored like as they did last possession.
And, you know, Cairo's got the same man on him that he had when he's got that touchdown. So hopefully they're looking for the same.
As Cairo Rudolph,
As he looks for Jake Mowdy, and he's got the catch.
he is down. That would be a third down here with just a gain of maybe 3, maybe 4 on that last play.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 6.
It'll be 1:14 left in this first half of play as clock is winding down here as they're just making substitutions, looking for that one play. Maybe Cairo Rudolph gets free. Maybe Jake Mowdy gets free. You don't know until that ball is snapped and you see that man break away from his coverage.
No, you saw there. Yep, that's good for the Cabot Panthers. That leaves them for only about 1 or 2 yards.
And don't forget a penalty stops the clock. So now they have even more time. Even if this says 56.5 seconds left in the first half, they still have more time to get set and get ready with that penalty. They're not rushed to hurry up and get something off.
You know, what do you do right here? You know, it's a different situation than from when it was 3rd and 6. Now it's 3rd and 1. So, you know, do you run it or do you pass it?
I think they need to get this first down here, maybe more and call a timeout to get Rhett Thurman out of the field as he just throws it to Cairo Rudolph. Cairo Rudolph, he hurdles him. That was a great hurdle by Cairo Rudolph, and that would be a first down for the Cabot Panthers.
As he went out of bounds, which that was smart, you know, it stops the clock.
And saves the timeout. It'll be now first down for the Panthers. Ball looks to be maybe on the 41-yard line here for the Cabot Panthers. It'll be a first down.
You know, I've seen Rhett Thurman make a 50-yarder before. You know, is that how much trust Coach Reed has in him? Is he going to, if we get stopped, is Coach Reed going to, what's Coach Reed going to do?
As they run a speed option here, and Grant Turner's just out of bounds. He's out of bounds. That'll be a first down. Excuse me, no, he will not be. He will be out of bounds. 29.8 seconds left. I think just to be safe, the Cabot Panthers need to call a timeout here and get Rhett Thurman on the field to kick a field goal to take a 15-13 lead going into the first half.
As Coach Reed did not think that the ref spotted the ball properly, he had to walk over there and point to him where he went out at.
Another first down for the Panthers here as G is still on the field. Tyler G is looking for a snap with Graham turning the backfield. He drops back. He's looking for a pass. He throws it deep. That will be intercepted. Intercepted by number 13. That will be a touchback, which will send the Cabot Panthers and the Pine Bluff Zebras into the half, 13-12, with 20.9 seconds left on the clock.
You know, that looked like kind of what we saw down here earlier with, you know, Tyler Parks and Pine Bluff's wide receiver. You know, they were on each other right there. You know, that looked like the same thing to me. You know, they got it. The ref just got to decide whether they are going to call it or not.
As remember, when the first half winds out here, we will send it down to the field with Tristan Bates as he has some insight on what the Cabot Panthers may need to do here, as they look to just maybe knee it or run the ball here to send us into the first half.
You know, just run that time off the clock. They're just going to take a knee. Why'd the clock stop? He took a knee. Oh, there's a flag on the play.
There's illegal motion on the offense.
Legal motion on the offense.
So that would be going back 5 yards as it's still 13-12 for the Zebras with 18.6 seconds left in this first half.
Right there, it really doesn't affect anything. You know, he's taking a knee anyway to run the time off the clock.
So it really doesn't really matter anyway if they get called for a legal formation, as the clock's just going to run here and they're going to knee it once again. The clock's just going to keep running. 10 seconds left here in the first half. And what would you do if you were Cabot going into the second half?
You know, I would focus on defense.
All right, we're going to send it now to Tristan Bates on the sideline. Tristan, how are you doing?
Welcome back, Cabot Panther High fans. I'm Tristan Bates, standing by here with Coach Scott Reed. Right now, your score is Pine Bluff 13, Cabot 12. Coach, what are you going to tell your players in the locker room to make sure the Panthers can get back on top?
We just got to settle down. We just had too many mistakes. Their wide receiver has gotten loose a couple times and made big plays. Other than that, we played pretty well defensively. And, you know, we give up a long touchdown, and then we had a lot of penalties on a drive. So we just need to settle down and execute a little better offensively and defensively, not let number 4 get loose.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
You bet.
Good luck on the second half. Back to you guys.
All right, guys, we will be right back at the start of the second half as your score is 13-12 Cabot. We will see you back after halftime.